So yesterday I was talking to my son and he was putting together something for one of the sports that he's in. And so we were talking through that and he needed some names and I mentioned so and so. And he said, Mom, he is a great guy, but he's not a team player. Which, first of all, I was like super proud of my son because he's a teenager and he already has this concept down. But the other thing that I thought of is I had to share this with you guys. And he's right. The guy is very nice, but is definitely not a team player. And there are multiple reasons why I can see why my son would say that. But I thought it would apply to you guys as well, so I wanted to share it. So you know that I'm not a team person, right? I don't like the idea of team leaders and buyer's agents and listing agents. I think that's unnecessary. I think every agent can do well on their own. But there is something we should talk about, and that is how to be a team player and not be on a team. So here's what I mean. Think about my real estate office. All of our agents, they're individual agents, they're doing their own thing, but we all share something. We all share the same, company that we work for, the same office. We all have the same culture. We're all going to have office meetings together. We're all going to learn from each other. So we're individual agents on one team, if you use the word team to mean at the same company. So I just wanted to put out a quick video of how you can be a team player and not be on a team by certain things you can do just to feel like you're part of that group and help each other, but yet still be individual. So one of the things is you can volunteer to take a lockbox off of a house or put one on. So for example, I sold a house. I got a picture of my clients in front of their house. The town is not super far from me, about 15 minutes, but one of my agents lives right down the street. Well, it was not immediate possession, and so I kept the lockbox on. And I asked my agent if she would be willing to go take that lockbox off. And she said, absolutely. Now, think about it. She's not on my team. She's not my buyer's agent. It was not her listing. She was just doing that to help. So she was displaying what that concept means. It could also mean offering to hold an open house for somebody in your office. It could mean showing a house for them if they get a sick kid unexpectedly, which happens to all of us if we have kids. It could also mean helping them out if their Supra keypad isn't working. I know we had a new agent whose Supra keypad wasn't working the first time she went to use it, and I think she needed an update with it. And one of our agents left her house, drove 15 minutes to get this other agent in the house, and helped her figure out why her key thing wasn't working, and then went back home. Now, there was no benefit to her for helping. She wasn't getting paid. It was not her buyer's agent, but she did it because she was in the same office as that person, working as a team in terms of just helping each other like a teammate would do. And so that's what I wanted to tell you guys about, that, just even though you're an individual agent, it doesn't mean you can't have that team concept where you're helping each other in terms of just being a human, a nice human, or understanding that you are all part of one group. And just to make it a little more explain what I'm saying a little bit better, my son, what he was referring to was his wrestling team, where you're on one team, but each of your weight classes is individual. So it's a team sport, but very individual. And I think that displays really well what I'm talking about here in terms of, your office is one group, one team, so to speak, like a wrestling team. You're a real estate team. We're at Ryder Realty, but you're all individual agents, just like those wrestlers are all individual weight classes, individual agents, but you can still help each other. So in his case, it might be, reminding one of your teammates that he cannot have this junk food because he's got to cut weight, or whatever that might look like. Making sure that asking your forgetful teammate if they remember their wrestling shoes. So it's still individual, but you're still, having basic kindness toward each other and a helpful attitude. And that's what I wanted to give you some examples of what that could look like, because when he and I talked yesterday, I thought, oh, this fits in perfectly with what we're trying to teach. So I hope you all have a great, blessed day, and I'll talk to you later.